1029 KOFM with David and Tanya. It is September and it's Blue September. Why is it called Blue September?
Well, I think it's great. It's been around a few years now, and one person that started promoting it even before they realised they indeed were a part of the story, for want of a better term, is Ambassador Mark Holden. Hello, Mark.
Hi guys, how are you doing this morning?
Very well.
Good.
Mark, I do remember a few years ago when you were first promoting Blue September, which is shining the spotlight on men's cancers, all of the cancers. You actually didn't realise you were indeed suffering cancer yourself at that point.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's the fourth or fifth year this year, and I got involved with it initially because my father died of prostate cancer and my best friend died of prostate cancer, and so it was front and centre of my mind just on that level. And then I discovered after the first year I actually had thyroid cancer, which had gone into my neck. So that was a bit of a shock. But men, unfortunately, in the past, in my father's era particularly, they didn't talk about these kind of things. They kept it to themselves. They didn't talk about it to their mates. My dad didn't talk about it to my mum. It was something that he kept very close. He must have felt very uncomfortable and had some obvious problems, and he didn't put his hand up until it was really too late, unfortunately. And that's what we're on about on Blue September, is men taking this month. It's the month of Father's Day. It's the month of footy finals. It's men's Christmas in a lot of ways, September. They really need to go to a doctor once a year and have the whole physical. It's just something that blokes need to get in the habit of doing.
Yeah, you've just hit the nail on the head, really, because not only are blokes reluctant to talk about it, but it's also been proven, Mark, that blokes are reluctant to go to the doctor as well.
Exactly right. And I tell you what, my best friend who died of prostate cancer 3 years ago now, and I had this conversation with him year after year after year, and he would say to me, and I'm being dead straight, he'd say, you know what, Mark, I don't want to know. And that's what he would say. He'd say, I don't want to know. Well, I don't want to know is not the correct answer, because if you're going to get it, you are going to know.
Well, 22,000 Australian men die of a cancer every year, whether it's lung, bowel, prostate, melanoma, testicular. How's yours, Mark? You got the all clear with your thyroid cancer.
I did, yes.
Can you still sing?
My whole neck's still numb a couple of years later, and I've lost about 80% of my singing voice. Some people would say that's a positive. But I'm finding new ways to learn how to sing again. And in a way, it was a bit of a blessing to me, because it really put my priorities front and centre. And when you're 3 weeks away from death, you're not going to be worrying about how much money you got in the bank. No,
you're dead right, and I can relate to what you're saying, because I just went through a prostate cancer scare, for want of a better word.
Yep. Can you tell us about it?
My levels were very high. I was told that it might be present, and I was terrified, and I went and got the tests, and thank God I was given virtually the all clear. But you know, it's that waiting and waiting for the results. But my God, I'm so glad I found out when I did and did something about it.
And do you have a family history?
No.
So you were just doing this out of abundance of caution? Or did you have symptoms? Or
no, just been getting tested, the PSA check as they recommend every year, and a couple of elevated readings in a row, sent the alarm bells ringing, and whipped in for a biopsy the next week.
All I can do is congratulate you, and it's the best sort of a story, that you're just doing it as a regular thing. And so the argument that I hear people say, oh no, I don't want to know, like my good buddy did, it just infuriates me, because it's what it's doing is it's putting you at risk of, you know, a dreadful death, really.
All right, Mark, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Blue September is what we're promoting, and there's fundraising going on. There's great ideas on the Blue September website if you want to have a barbecue, a blue barbecue. There's plenty of stuff happening, and we appreciate your time and wish you good health for the future.
Thanks very much. And if the women, your boyfriend or your husband or your son is somebody that you know is a bit of a stick in his head in the sand bloke, you know, it's okay for the women to give the blokes a nudge too.
Okay, thanks very much, Mark. Good on you.
Good on you guys. Cheers.
There's Mark Holden, and coming up after the news, the most talked about breasts.